always scares when she wear. You see that sun in the air, fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah. My love a tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. Girl, she got me lifted. Your mind tripping. She's so. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Chargers coming in at 7-7, going up against the Jaguars, who come in at 11-3. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Diego Chargers. Here's Thomas. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. The 30. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And this one through the uprights and good. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Lacy. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue. Bortles now on 1st down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Melvin Ingram is beginning to come into his own as an outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A fresh set of downs, and they're after. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a 2nd-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a 1st-round grade on him. Plays the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it'll work for big yardage.
Here's Thomas. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw here. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll make it second down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. To throw on second down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Bortles will try again on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now They know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38, Ohio!
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out here in the eye. Looking to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Fresh set of downs here.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now it's Jackson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Here's Thomas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you?
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Now Bortles thinking twice about their offensive setup. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
There we go. Green 39. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Again, it's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
There we go now. Green 90. Left. Left. Close.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to throw here. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Thomas. Wide open receiver complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A handoff as they run the counter play. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Corey Liggett makes the stop. And on 2nd and 10 now.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He sets to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively. And in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space. No gain.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any off.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. So the D-line's going to spread out. Another pistol look here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
He'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come out here in the I.
Brand 38. Ohio.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
190. Ohio.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Backing up. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a third.
Yeah, off-balance pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Allen, the man in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an offset I. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They come out here in the I. So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Bortles now to throw. And that is incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Halfback sent in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the 1st here on 2nd down. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Bortles is going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And now San Diego getting set to go. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The tight end Henry here in motion. They run again with Jackson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Here's Thomas. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Go. Green 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hey, here we go now. Green 90.
second down, here's Bortles. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. That's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Let's go!
They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. To throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throw here. The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, Bortles. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's Bortles, the quarterback, slow to get up. Looks like he's going to need a moment or two. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come up in an offset eye. Now Manuel. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Manuel. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. The play clock's running down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. First down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
don't they? That little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll run it here. And room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Atauchu brings him down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front, that's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So the chains are on their sides. It's first. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? So they're going to go for 2. Now Manuel will throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Allen alone to the right.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Jags, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for San Diego, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from San Diego.